Good morning, friends. Actually, it is afternoon right now, and it is already so dark in here. I don't know if you can see this. All of our windows, the blinds are open, but the sky is literally so dark right now because we're gonna have one of those very rare thunderstorms. But I wanted to do a little vlog to give you some updates. I wanted to give you an update on my health because I've been getting a lot of questions about that, and also because I just recently had a health situation that I thought I should share with you, but also because I have a lot of advent calendars. I tweeted that I bought a bunch, which, I mean, I'm not kidding. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 advent calendars. And a few of you asked me if I could share my advent calendars in advance. I'm not going to be opening them for you right now because I am doing vlogmas, which is another thing that I've been asked a lot about recently. But yes, I am doing vlogmas, so I am going to be opening these each day in vlogmas, so I don't want to spoil them now, even though when I did buy them, I did look up what was in them just so that I could see if it was worth the money. But it's been long enough that I will forget by December 1st, so don't worry. But yeah, I figured I would at least show you the advent calendars that I am opening this year, because if you want them, you probably want to get them before December 1st. So let me show you all of those first, then we'll sit down, we'll do a little health update, okay? Let me start off by saying not all of these are for me, okay? I did buy some for me and I did buy some for Ryan. And also let me say that I would not normally buy this many, but neither of us want any big gifts this year, and I don't know, I just figured this is a fun little gift every day, so we may as well just spend the money on getting a bunch of advent calendars. But yeah, let me show you the advent calendars that I got. 5 of them were from Amazon, and then one of them, actually I'll show you this one first because I don't think it's available anymore. So this is the Cadillacquer. I believe this is the 24-day one. They actually sent me their advent calendar. I asked for it because I loved what I've tried from them so far, and I was like, oh, I would love to try your advent calendar, so they sent it over, which I'm very appreciative of, but I don't think that it is available anymore. It was a pre-order situation, and I have not seen what is in it. I did open it just to make sure that there was nothing broken in it. I didn't look inside any of the boxes though, so it looks like a little wrapped gift, very cute. And then inside of it there's the 24 bottles, and we'll see what they are each day. So very excited about this one. I immediately fell in love with the Cadillacquer formula when I tried them for Small Brand Sunday, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what colors they come up with. But yeah, so that's the only non-Amazon one. The rest of them should still be available, so I'll link all of them in the description if you're interested in opening some advent calendars with me this year. So first off, I did want to get a coffee advent for Ryan. That is something that we get every year for him, and I'm the one who picks it out because I don't want him to get spoiled. So I actually had a hard time finding a good one. I think 2 years ago we got one that was just different blends and stuff, and then last year he requested that we do one that's flavored, and we got one. I did open it during Vlogmas last year, but it just did not taste like anything, and I sampled his coffee as well. It did not taste like anything, so I wanted to find another flavored one, but I could not find a 24-day one, so I found this one. It's called the 12 Coffees of Christmas, and I was worried because last year it was $80 for that one last year for it to taste like nothing. So this year we got the 12 different coffees, so it says 8 to 10 cups. I don't know if that's true, again, because the other one said it was good enough for 2 cups of coffee and it was barely enough for 1, but this says it's 8 to 10 cups of coffee, and they have all the different flavors. I don't know if I should spoil any of them, but I'll just link it if you want to see what the flavors are. So actually maybe I should open it just so I can show you what the innards look like without us spoiling anything. Oh no, you can see it. You can see what the flavors are. Oh, there's also no numbers on these, so I guess we're not gonna go by day. We'll just go with whichever one he picks out each day, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick them out. We'll figure something out. But yeah, so this is the first one. It's for Ryan. I also got this one. I actually showed this in a previous vlog. It's the, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Bon Maman Advent Calendar. So it is fruit spreads for 2022. I saw this one pretty early, and I heard that it was very limited edition, so I snatched it up. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I did get it on Amazon. It's super heavy. There's definitely a lot in here. They're in these little tiny containers like that, which is gonna be so cute. So I'm really excited for these. Ooh, I don't want to read them. Hopefully there's enough for both Ryan and I to try it together. I think what I'm gonna do is just buy a loaf of bread each week or 2 weeks, whatever, and then hopefully it'll be enough to cover 2 pieces of toast, and that can just be like either our breakfast or snack during December for the advent calendar. So that'll be very fun. I also picked up this one that I'm very excited about. I did a sock advent calendar for the last couple of years, and last year's sock advent was good, but some of the socks weirdly didn't fit me, and I feel like you could always use new socks. So I was searching for sock advent calendars, and I found this Gudetama sock calendar. So this is only a 12-day one, but I think that's what I had last time too. And there's some long socks, there's some short socks, and it says it fits a shoe size of 4 to 10, and I'm like a 7, 8, so I think that'll be fine. I love Gudetama. I think he is the cutest. I feel like I can relate to him, so I'm very excited to have Gudetama socks. I did read on the Amazon review that these are not the best quality socks, but that's okay with me because I don't care that much. I think the cuteness matters. I should say, I did buy a lot of these while I was sick in bed, so that's kind of why I have so many. And I also, by the way, bought some new clothes, but I'll do a different video trying those on. The next one is not actually an advent calendar, but a lot of people in the reviews said they used it as an advent calendar. So because Ryan got his coffee advent, I really wanted my own drink advent calendar. I was looking for like something like a matcha or a tea or something, and I was originally looking at doing the David's tea again, but I felt like I just didn't love that matcha last year. It was fun while I was doing it, but then after the fact, I was just like, I can't get over this artificial sweetness flavor. So I was gonna get a regular tea calendar from them, but then I looked at the ingredients list and all of those had like artificial sugars in them as well. I think it was mostly stevia, which I am very sensitive to the flavor of that. I just don't like the taste. So then I went to Amazon and I was looking at different tea advent calendars they had there, and all of them were caffeinated teas, which I think I would have been fine with doing like some decaf, some non-decaf, which is to say calf. And I've mentioned this before, I don't know if I've given you an update on this, but when 2020 first happened, I was like, I'm gonna become a tea person. I'm gonna be drinking tea, it's gonna be amazing. I bought a bunch of tea bags and I just did not drink them. But I have noticed like in the last month or so, before bed, I have been enjoying having a nice cup of tea. So I have been going through those tea bags that are like 2.5 years old now, and they've been fine, but I'm almost finished with them. But I realized that I should probably focus on getting decaf teas, and there were no advent calendars for decaf. But I did find one that was like 25 days of decaf tea, and it came in this little container, and it comes with 2 packets of each flavor of tea. Let me see, the brand is, I think it's pronounced Twinings. This is the brand that I have been drinking tea from, and I really enjoy the teas that I've tried from them so far. So I was like, oh, I'll just get a bunch of different flavors. All of them are decaf. So if you look in it, there's not like numbers or anything, but you can kind of just, you can't see what the flavors are. So I think I'm just gonna go in and grab one for the day. So maybe you can't exactly follow along with me on that one, but I think it'll be fun. And plus then I'll have an extra of each one. So then I'll have them. I actually almost broke into this because when I started getting sick this past week, I was like, I need tea. I was running out of my other teas, but I was like, no, you know what? I'll just order more regular tea and then I'll save this. And then the last one, I could have sworn I had a 7th calendar. Maybe I ordered one and it's still coming. So there might be an update to this. But the last calendar is one for Ryan because I think it was probably just because I have so many advent calendars and I was like, we need to make this a little bit more even. So I got him the Godiva advent calendar. And originally he was saying he would be fine with just one of the regular chocolate advents, which don't get me wrong, those are fun. I've actually never had one before, but I assume that they're fun because you get a piece of chocolate every day. But my problem with that is I like the excitement of what is today gonna be. And with this Godiva one, they're all different flavors for each day. So I was like, I'm gonna get you that. And I've had all of these flavors before. I think he'll enjoy them. I think there's only one of each. I should have thought ahead and gotten one that had 2 of each so that I could try them too. But maybe he'll let me have a bite. I don't know. But either way, I think this is a 24-day one. So we've got that. So yeah, a lot of advent calendars. Definitely a lot of advent calendars. But I'm very excited. I think we have a nice mix of like things and food/drink related things. You will be seeing me unbox these each day. I am doing Vlogmas. I'm very excited about it. I did it last year. I had a lot of fun with it, but I think that this year is going to be even better because I've been vlogging a little bit more. I kind of know like my style of vlogging now, and I also feel like I understand a little bit better how much of my day I can share. You know what I mean? Because I think that was something I struggled with a lot last year. So very excited about that. So just to break this down a little bit easier, these two advents are for Ryan. So we've got the coffee and we've got the chocolate. He will be doing the coffee in the morning, probably the chocolate after dinner, like a dessert situation. And then for both of us, we've got the fruit spreads. So I think we'll probably be doing this in the morning for the most part. And then I'll also be doing the Gudetama socks and the nail polish in the morning. And maybe I can wear these on some of the days. And then I'll probably do the tea at night unless there's a morning where I'm like, I kind of am vibing, needing a hot beverage. I also don't really remember the feeling of having to edit my vlogs at like 5 or 6 a.m. every morning. And right now I wake up and start working at 6 a.m. So I'll probably have to wake up a little bit earlier during Vlogmas. So I might actually want my teas in the early morning when I'm editing, just to kind of like, I don't know, liquefy me. So we'll see. We'll figure it all out, but I'm very excited about it. But yeah, so let me sit you down. Maybe we'll go on the couch and I'll give you a little bit of a health update because I've been getting a lot of questions about my health. We'll sit on the couch because we're never here, you know? I feel like this is a nice couch. I don't know how echoey this room is though for vlogging. So let me give you a couple of health updates. For starters, I think the majority of the questions that I've been getting is more about my overall health. If you remember back in, I think it was April, I did a video talking about where my mental health was and how I was going through some stress-induced physical health problems. The short version is that I was feeling very stressed out and burnt out for quite a while. I think it kind of took a toll on my body. I went to the doctor because I had like something weird going on with my leg. They biopsied it and they determined that I had an infection in my leg from an ingrown hair. I got on antibiotics for that. It started healing whatever. I was having other issues as well that I was also addressing with other doctors. Either way, I managed to figure it out for the most part. But when I moved here, I started having issues with my leg again, and I'm not sure if, you know, like the moving and unpacking and all that stuff exacerbated the infection in my leg, but it turned out that that infection never fully went away. So it was still very irritated. It was a little bit swollen. I actually talked about it in a vlog, but basically I went to the dermatologist just to see what was going on with it. What they offered to do was like, this is going to be like a little TMI situation, I'm sorry, but they did give me the option that they could just cut out this little portion of my leg and the skin cells there because I don't know, something was up with them where they were just not healing. And a lot of you guys did think that that was me getting a biopsy to see what was going on. That is not what happened. They already knew what was going on. I got it biopsied back in April. That was actually them cutting out a small portion of my skin. So there was no update on that. It was still the same infection. It was just going on. And they were basically like, that skin is not healing. We can try other things, or we can just go in there, cut it out, stitch you back up, and then hopefully you'll be fine, but you will have a scar there. And I was like, that's fine, just cut it out. But I didn't realize at the time that they were offering to do it right then and there. So they did do that. It's fine. I do now have a normal leg situation going on, which I'm very thankful for. I do have a scar there. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just glad that that is over with. So the infection is gone. Chunk of skin where I guess the ingrown hair was is now gone. So we don't have to worry about that. It doesn't look like there's a hole in my leg or anything. They did stitch it up. It's totally normal. So that was like the main health situation that was going on. Thankfully, I have learned a lot about myself and about my body, and now I know that I have to just be a little bit more careful and just be a little bit kinder to myself when I'm starting to feel a little bit of burnout, practicing more self-care, you know, doing all of that stuff. So that's that. But if you follow me on Twitter, where I like to complain, you might know that I had another health issue going on, and that was what happened in this past week. It was actually like right after my last vlog where I went to a festival with my friend Leah, and after that I just started not feeling great. So I went to urgent care, waited for 3.5 hours, which was not my favorite thing, especially because I was very sick. And they tested me, they found out that I had strep throat. So they gave me antibiotics, sent me on my way. I went through, started doing the antibiotics. Actually, it's not even been the full 10 days yet. I'm still taking the antibiotics. 2 days later, I started feeling a little sick again. I was like, what is going on? So I went back and I got tested again, and it turned out that I got another thing. Let me just say, I have been told very conflicting things on what I am allowed to say on YouTube, because I have been told if you say the word of what this sickness is, then you will get demonetized. I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm not going to say the word. I'm going to call it the vid. Hopefully you know what that is. I'm talking about the thing that happened in 2020. This is like I'm playing a puzzle game with you. Yes, so I did catch the virus, the one that everybody knows about. I'm assuming that it must have happened at the festival. I'm not sure. It was not a very fun combination of things to have. I did go through it for a little bit. It was definitely not my favorite. Still a little bit congesty, not gonna lie. I've still been staying home. I would say I'm like at 90% right now. The only thing right now is that I have a little bit of lingering congestion, and I do have a very little bit of a cough, but I'm just going to stay home for a little bit longer and just wait until I get fully better. That's that health update. So if I sound a little congested or not great, that is why, because I'm still kind of recovering from that. Obviously, I don't like getting sick. I don't recommend it. So, you know, stay safe is my recommendation. I feel like my schedule has been so out of whack since I moved here, but I am trying to keep it on track. Usually my rule with myself is I try to only miss one upload a month, which I know sounds kind of like a lot, but I do post 3 videos per week minimum. So I try to like give myself a break. Sometimes if I just have too much going on, then I'll say, okay, this is gonna be a 2 video week, because the videos do take me like 12 hours each. So I try not to like overwork myself, but obviously I do love doing it. And then also in November, sometimes I find myself, you know, popping in and doing maybe a 4 video week. Sorry, more mail came, but I will open it for you because I got a package from Zoya. Also, fun fact about Zoya, I know I've mentioned it before. They do have these little peanuts that come in their order, and they dissolve in water. So I just dump these in the sink and then they dissolve. Let's see. I am excited about this though, because I did see this collection and I was like, oh my gosh, finally an exciting collection from them. 2 new trios. We've got the Y2K trio and we've got the Hypnotic trio for holiday 2022. This one I'm very excited for. So let's pop these open. This is not really what the picture looks like. They're still pretty, but I was kind of looking forward to these colors. But I feel like I guess they're relatively accurate. They just look a little bit darker. This green looks very pretty, but we shall see. I'll do a review of them. This looks good. Okay, here's the Y2K shades. Not necessarily holiday-ish, but gorgeous. And they have holographic sparkle in them. So I will review these soon. Honestly, might just throw in the leathers collection because I still haven't reviewed that, so maybe I'll just do them all together. But yeah, that is my update to all the stuff that I got for advent calendars for Vlogmas, and that I'm very excited for Vlogmas. I think it's going to be a very fun year for that. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'm going to recommend that you subscribe to this vlog channel, because we're doing Vlogmas, which means I'm going to be posting a new video every single day. I will be opening my advent calendars every day. I have some exciting stuff going on in December that I'll bring you along to, and just overall we're going to have some like cozy holiday vibes. So definitely subscribe, and you can expect to see a lot of videos from me on my main channel in the next couple of weeks, because I have a lot to catch up on. I feel like there's a lot of reviews that I've been meaning to do that, of course, me getting sick kind of put a little damper on, but now we're getting back into the swing of things. Let me know if you're going to be getting any of the advent calendars that I have, and if we'll open them together down in the comments, because I don't know, I'm curious. Did I go overboard on the advent calendars? I vote no. You might think yes. I guess I will show you next week once all of my stuff arrives from the different stores that I did buy a little bit of clothing from while I was sick in bed. So stay tuned for that vlog as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye!